All right, stay on the topic of horsecock lock. First statement of the show: Drew Lock is the future quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Overreaction or not?
It's not an overreaction. I think I don't see who else would be. I mean, other than the GOAT Joe Flacco coming back, I think he could be the
Elite.
future. Elite at not being elite, which makes him elite.
We've covered this before, folks. It's okay.
Two negatives make a positive, boy. Um,
He's elite because he's not elite, but he's elite at being not elite, which still is elite. So Joe Flacco is elite.
he's elite.
Elite.
So I think unless the eliteness of Joe Flacco takes a turn for the opposite of his eliteness at the moment, Drew Lock will be the future of the Denver Broncos, and he will not be another Paxton Lynch.
Oh, if he's another Paxton Lynch, I will probably actually shoot myself.
Ouch.
No, it won't hurt. I'll make it quick.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Also, disclaimer: we here at the For the Loan podcast do not support suicide or encourage you to do it. That's a
Unless it really
disclaimer.
floats your boat.
No, no, not at all.
Listen, Jalen, don't listen to me. Please. Yeah, I think that this is also I think he has all the potential to be a franchise quarterback. He has a obviously if you saw after their win, his teammates love him. He's a good guy in the locker room to have. He's fun, energetic, and
Definitely.
young. He's a young quarterback with a young offensive coordinator, and I think they could mesh well. He has the arm. He has pretty good accuracy. It's just about decision making at this point, and I think that's something you could develop. So I'm gonna go.
Definitely.
That's not an overreaction. Drew Lock is the franchise quarterback for the Broncos moving forward.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think they should have gone with him second. I don't think they. I forgot who they started above him before, but I think he
Brandon
should have been
Allen.
the next choice after. Yeah, Brandon
Well, it's
Allen.
because
I think he should have
Drew
started.
Lock was still on the IR.
Oh, I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
totally forgot he's on IR. But
Yep,
yeah, I
I
think he
agree.
was a definite next choice after Flacco.
I agree. Statement number two. After their 34-7 win over the Cardinals this weekend, the Rams are back in business and have turned their season around. Is that an overreaction or not?
I don't think so. I think it's actually something that 49 fans should be worried about
Hmm,
because
really?
the Rams are right on their tail now.
Okay.
And they actually have to play the Rams again. They
Mm-hmm.
also have to play the Seahawks again. And they have New Orleans this week. So let's say the Rams keep it up and do what they did, do have a great game again and beat the 49ers. That brings them another game closer. Then
Mm-hmm.
they lose to New Orleans this weekend. That'll put the Rams another game closer. And then they lose to the Seahawks again. That put them another game closer. And I think that would put them past them or at least tie with them. And then they would have a winning record against them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with how the 49ers record looks now and how the rest of the season for the Rams, I think it actually could be a slight worry. I
Okay.
wouldn't say it's 100% chance, but I
But
would
there's a
I would say
chance.
it's definitely I would definitely say there's a chance
All right.
that
I'm gonna go against you. I think that this is an overreaction. You might not like my reasoning, because of course with the Cardinals and all that. I don't think that highly of a 34-7 win over the Cardinals. I don't really think that means much. The Cardinals are still a young team. They've had their struggles. Um, I just don't think it means much. I want to see them play a better team before I actually say that they're turning their season around. It's going for
yeah
me.
I
It's going
and
to take more than one win against the Cardinals.
for me it wasn't the Cardinals win itself. I think it's just how they've been playing and even their losses have been kind of closer than what we've people have been looking at
You
it.
think this step in the
Um,
right
I,
direction at least?
I think it's a step in the right direction.
Gotcha.
Obviously, I don't think this is like a they're winning the Super Bowl. I just think it's more of if they were still playing how they. I think if they would have played how they played, let's say kind of closer to like a couple games before,
Mm-hmm.
they definitely either would have had a closer game with the Cardinals
Yeah,
or they would have lost.
I can
So
get behind
I
that.
definitely think they've turned it around.
Yep, I
I,
got
I
that.
don't think it's going to be crazy, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think they turned it around a little.
All right, statement number three, and that is that the Cowboys are the most overrated team this season. Overreaction or not?
I don't think like 0-6 against teams that are over 500.
They are 6-6 on the season, and yep, 0-6 against teams that are over 500. Their only wins come
So
from teams under 500.
yeah, see I feel like that's what everyone thought the problem was going to be with the 49ers.
Yep, that's
But
why this
I
I'm
think
saying it's not overreaction because honestly the Cowboys have all the talent there, but when it comes to playing actually good teams, they fucking suck. And they were so hyped up at the beginning of the season, like every year they are, because Cowboys fans are they're the worst fans in the league. I can say that comfortably. And it's just real annoying. And now they're just eating shit, and it's honestly kind of fun to see.
yeah, definitely it's sad to see for them. It's more of a I think for me it's coaching because defense looks great. Any
Jason
team would be
Garrett's really
lucky
good
to
at
have.
clapping, if that means anything.
Yeah. But I think their defense looks good. Anybody would be lucky to have the starters they have on defense,
Mm-hmm.
their linebacking core and their corners, and their safeties at that are pretty good. Their offense, they have one of the best offensive lines groups in the league.
Dak's
The
pretty good.
receiving core
Zeke's not
is
bad.
also
Mario Cooper
exactly.
is a fucking beast with the Cowboys. But they just
So
got
it's
put
like
together when they
everything's
actually need
there, and
something.
yeah. So I definitely think a coach like Mike McCarthy could come in and turn this team around.
I dig it. So are you going overreaction or not?
That is an underreaction.
Oh, so it's not an overreaction.
They are the trashiest team in the planet.
Damn right. Fuck them.
It's not an overreaction.
Okay. Statement number 4 then. Let's go away from the most overrated. And let's say that the Bills are the most underrated team in the NFL. Overreaction or not?
That is, it's not an overreaction. I think they are the most underrated team. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's just the fact that it's the Bills. I think
They've
just the
sucked
name,
for a while, man.
the Bill, exactly. So you like don't pay attention to them. Like you don't notice that they're winning because
They're
you never really
sneaky
look.
good,
You
man.
just
Josh Allen
exactly
has
you
been
just assume
putting
that
up
they're bad.
numbers this year.
Yeah,
He really turned the page
definitely.
as a quarterback. That guy's good.
Yeah, definitely. Even like I had a couple conversations with people throughout the last week or two, and every time I talked to them about the Bills, they would be like, "Yeah, the Bills are terrible, though." And they'd be like, "Well, the Bills are like, I think at the time they're like 8-2," and I was like, "They're like, wait, really?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Right?
they haven't lost much.
No.
They're doing pretty good. They've only lost to really good teams, so."
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Bills are going to be a force to be reckoned with in that playoffs.
9-3 is very respectable. I think they're the one chance. They're because of them. There's still a chance that the Patriots don't have that division locked up because they did lose them
Definitely.
earlier in the season, but it was a one-score game, and the Patriots were playing better football at that point of the season too. So it
Yeah.
is interesting to see. I was saying I said this earlier, but the Bills are the most underrated team in the NFL. This is not an overreaction. This is a fact, certified fact.
Yep.
Hey,
Agreed.
put a little respect on the Bills, please. They're good. Also, I shout out to Bills Mafia. We love you guys here. You guys are the best.
Love you guys.
Last statement of the week. We gotta talk about the Patriots skin, but especially after what happened on Sunday, it's time of the year to talk about this, like we do the last 5 years. But this is Tom Brady's last season. Is that an overreaction or not?
That is a definite overreaction. I
Overreaction.
think he is having one of his worst seasons,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not really saying much.
No.
Um, it's still a good season. It's
Yeah.
just he is posting some of his lowest numbers of his career, but at the same time, the team's winning.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have much help.
No.
He had like let's say he still had Antonio Brown and
Josh
all of his
Gordon.
receivers were doing yeah exactly. I would be saying maybe.
Now he has
I
Julian
would be
Edelman.
more leaning towards him leaving. But he
Yeah.
has Julian Edelman,
Julian
the
Edelman.
unproved
Also, wideout, he has Julian Edelman to throw to as well.
Mama Sanu also. He's a
Except
target out there.
if he can actually catch a pass.
That too. And then N'Keal Harry, who is a rookie who was pretty much sat out most of the season, and has technically only played 3 games this season.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of just doesn't have receivers at the moment.
That's
So
fair.
I think his numbers might I don't know 100%, but I think his numbers might be reflecting the lack of help at receiver.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't say he would retire for this season because it really hasn't been that bad.
No.
His team still has a winning record. Definitely still one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl,
Yep.
or at least to make it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it'd be his last season. I think you'd have to have a losing record or a really, really tough season of just
Okay.
getting beat around
See, I'm gonna say that
to
I
call it
agree with you
quits.
that this is also an overreaction, but it's close to not being because he's having a rough year. If they don't win the Super Bowl, I think he's done because his contract's up after this year, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really all up to the Patriots wanting him back. Because I don't
I
think
think what
there's a
the
way Tom
Patriots are
Brady
going to
plays
do
on another team.
Yeah, I think what the Patriots are going to do is because they do not, their backup quarterback is kind of an unproven rookie who I don't think they would immediately pass over to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the offseason, we'll be able to tell before he even announces it because in free agency, they're going to have to sign a veteran quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they're going to have to draft a quarterback, a higher ranked quarterback, because yeah, the guy looks like because it was
Jake Fromm.
the yeah
Ooh.
they have the quarterback on their team right now is LSU's quarterback before
Mm-hmm.
the current Burrows.
Yeah, they also
Um,
have the goat Brian Hoyer as their backup right now.
yeah, and so I don't see him leaving. I think what the Patriots will do is if in this offseason they're going to sign Tom Brady to a 1 year contract, as the Cardinals have been doing with Larry Fitzgerald for like the past 3 seasons
Yep,
now, and just every year a 1 year contract until he decides to finally hang it up.
that's fair.
Or this season, off season, they're going to sign him to a 2 year.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to start next season, and then that second season he's going to have to compete for that spot. And if
Ooh.
he doesn't win it, that'll be his last season.
All
Or if
right.
he gets benched at any point during the season, that will be his last season. Kind of how Eli Manning is right now. It's kind
Hey,
of
speaking of
just
Eli Manning, the fucker's starting again this week after Daniel Jones
yeah.
out, probably out with a couple weeks with the ankle injury.
I
The
think Daniel Jones
the GOAT
Daniel
Hall
Jones
of
is done for the
Famer
season.
Eli Manning is back in business.
Do you think he turns around the Giants and wins them a Super
I
Bowl
think
this year?
Eli Manning throws for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns this weekend.
I said 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Ooh, okay. No interceptions, 5 touchdowns, 2 rushing.
Actually, okay. I say he throws 7 touchdowns and he meets the Broncos record made by his brother for seven
1,000
passing
yards
touchdowns in a game
passing.
in one game in 1 quarter.
Hall of Famer, easy.
Hall of
Yeah,
Famer. He's
but
going to win the
not
Hall
so
of Fame.
right.
He's going to prove why he's a Hall of Famer in this game.